Today we're in a beautiful Worthington home that's now more comfortable than ever thanks to Columbus Worthington Air. We're joined by the homeowner, Steve. Steve, thanks for having us in your home.
Welcome.
Steve, the home doesn't seem actually that old. Why would you consult with a heating and air conditioning contractor in the first place?
Well, we had some problems with the system. Even though it was installed new, we were having continual repair problems, and we had concerns about the efficiency of the system. And we also seemed to be dealing with a lot of dust in the house and rooms that were just way too cold.
Well, I understand you made quite a few changes, a pretty extensive job. What made you decide to go with Columbus Worthington Air?
I just used the email system at work and asked my fellow employees if they could recommend a firm. A few people were nice enough to make some suggestions, and the Columbus Worthington Air people were actually recommended by 2 or 3 fellow employees, and they had nothing but good things to say about their experience, and so that was a great place to start.
I understand that you've chosen a hybrid heating system. Now, I know that has the latest technology. What made you decide to go with a hybrid?
Well, I think, just to get the most out of the system, it seems to make sense to let it decide which is the most efficient way to heat, whether that be electric heat or gas heat, and it just seemed to be the way to go.
And I understand it saves you quite a bit of money, too.
Yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit about installation. With as many changes as you've made, it must have taken weeks.
Actually, 1 week. They came in on Monday and they were pretty well finished by Friday.
Well, let's take a minute now that the job is completely done. Are you really pleased with the results?
Oh, very much so. We have a very even heat in the house, and we've eliminated the cold tile floors in the morning and things like that. Things that we've just been putting up with for years, and now realize that we can be comfortable and the system can provide that comfort.
All right. Well, thanks again for having us.
Well, you're very welcome.
I'm going to take a run downstairs and look at the whole system. We're here with Jeff Ford, the president of Columbus Worthington Air. Jeff, it's a pleasure to have you with us again.
Thanks, Ron.
Well, Jeff, tell us a little bit more about this project. We can see the results of all your hard work and planning. What did you do here?
Well, this was a very extensive project. We installed a new hybrid heat system from Bryant with a 2-speed heat pump outdoors, high-efficiency gas furnace inside. We also put in a high-efficiency air filtration system called a Perfect Air, humidification system, installed a new hot water heater, and we changed the entire duct system.
All right, well, that's pretty extensive. Now, I understand this job wasn't without its problems. What was wrong with the old ductwork, and is that something you're seeing in more homes nowadays?
We are seeing it in more homes nowadays because of the age of when these new construction contractors put duct board in. The issues in this particular home, and we find it most often with duct board, are airflow issues, uneven temperatures room to room, and probably the biggest hindrance is airborne particulate inside the house.
Well, Jeff, that sounds like it could be a pretty big problem. How would our viewers know if they have ductboard or faulty ductwork in their own homes?
Well, there's a couple ways to check if you have ductboard. The first thing you need to know about ductwork is exactly what it is. The ductboard is nothing more than compressed fiberglass. And when it expands and contracts, that's when those fibers get loose and you have airborne particulate floating throughout the house. The easiest way to test is if you take a toothpick up to normal sheet metal ductwork, it's going to stop.
Right.
If you have ductboard, that toothpick will go all the way through. And it usually is like a metal tape backing. And if you stick it up, you'll know if you've got ductboard or not.
And I also want to welcome Ken Habiger, the manager of the Bryant Habiger Corporation. Ken, I appreciate you being with us. I understand he has a special presentation to award us.
I'm here to award Columbus Worthington Air, an award that is given to only 15 contractors around the country. The award is given to contractors based on an assessment of sales, service, and installation practices. There are 4,200 Bryant dealers around the country, and of the 4,200 dealers, only 400 go through this particular process. And of those 400, only 15 are selected as Medal of Excellence Award winners. I'm very proud to announce that Columbus Worthington Air has been one of the top 15 Bryant dealers in the country, a very coveted award around the country, and we are very, very excited as a Bryant distributor to give Columbus Worthington Air this award.
Well, that's quite an honor. Thank you, Ken and Jeff, for being with us again today.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you.
For all of your heating and cooling needs, call Columbus Worthington Air at 614-771-7001 or you can schedule an appointment online at columbusworthingtonair.com. And remember, with Columbus Worthington Air, it feels good to be home.